Hello, this video will help you navigate the tricky world of academic citation. You're listening to the voice of librarian Emily Cook. You might be thinking, why should I care about citation? Well, in addition to your professors telling you to care, accurate citation ensures you are not taking credit for the work of others. Basically, it helps you avoid plagiarism. More broadly, citation also conveys your credibility to your readers and shows you are a responsible scholar, someone who understands the scholarly conversation and is ready to participate within that conversation. Today, we're going to look at MLA style. MLA stands for Modern Language Association, a membership organization for those dedicated to the study of languages and literature. That said, there are lots of different citation styles. Different disciplines tend to use different styles. For example, many humanities fields use MLA. Other common styles include APA style and the Chicago Manual of Style. But there are even many more styles. Regardless of style, citations all use the same building blocks. What are these building blocks? You can think of common elements of a citation as breadcrumbs, individual elements that will help your readers track down your referenced resources. These breadcrumbs often include author, title of source, title of larger work, other contributors, version, issue volume, publisher, publisher information, page number, and URL or location. Before we jump into the exciting world of citation formatting, focusing on what goes where and punctuation, let's review the structure of a document formatted using MLA style. Citation is a two-pronged system that includes in-text citations and a works cited list. With MLA style, in-text citations appear in the form of short parenthetical insertions. These insertions are placed within your text when you are referencing or citing an external source. Each parenthetical in-text citation should map to an entry in the Works Cited list. Entries within the Works Cited list provide more complete information about each source. The Works Cited list is organized alphabetically by author's last name or by whatever the lead word is in the citation. Now, let's jump into the thrilling world of formatting. As mentioned before, anytime you quote someone or reference their arguments, ideas, or work, you need to indicate that within your writing. In-text citations give the location of the information you're citing through quotation, paraphrase, or summary, as well as a way for your reader to find the full citation in the Works Cited page. MLA format follows the author page method of in-text citation. For example, you would include a quotation or paraphrase text and add a parenthetical reference that includes the author's last name and the page number that includes the referenced text. Continuing our discussion of in-text citations, in MLA style, if you include relevant information in your sentence, you don't need to repeat it in the parenthetical citation. See example. John Smith's book on puppies has proven quite controversial. For instance, Smith writes, "Puppies are considerably less cute than blobfish or moles." The author's last name is included within the sentence. Therefore, it didn't need to be included within the parenthetical citation. Also, if you're citing more than one work by the same author, the author's name won't be sufficient for locating the source in the Works Cited list. In this case, you'll also include the title of the specific source you're citing. Here's an example. We've already included the author's name in the sentence, so we don't have to include it in the parenthetical citation. But because we've referenced several works by Jane Jones in our paper, we must disambiguate this in-text citation by including the title of her book, The Case for Iguanas. Here are some helpful stylistic notes related to in-text citation. Remember, in MLA, there is no comma between the page number and the item that precedes it. Also, the period goes outside of the parentheses. Moving to the trickiest part of citation, formatting entries for the Works Cited list. In describing how to format citations, MLA uses the term container. That can be confusing. It really just means that information sometimes is found in a larger work, or information is sometimes contained within a larger structure. Here are some examples of common containers. A chapter is contained in a book. If you are citing a chapter, the larger book is considered the container. An article is contained in a journal. A web page is contained in a website. Nesting dolls are a surprisingly effective metaphor for information containers. Just like these dolls, sometimes information has more than one container. Don't worry, very few people have citation rules perfectly memorized. What's important to know is where to find the answers when you have questions. MLA Style's website provides help and instruction materials for constructing works cited entries. Your professor may also recommend resources to help you navigate MLA citation. Here's a glimpse at MLA Style Center. Within this website, there is a description of the core elements of a works cited citation, a description of containers, which we've already discussed, and helpful practice templates. Importantly, there are different methods for citation based on information type. Here, MLA Style Center provides examples for citing essays within books and websites, and articles from databases. MLA Style also provides a practice template in which you can add relevant information to build your needed citation. You can see within the template how MLA Style builds from the bottom or smallest unit to the larger container. This template is linked in the description box of this video. Let's actually try this out now. Remember, the Works Cited list is a list of full citations for every source you reference in your paper. Let's try our luck with a book. For this exercise, this book has no larger container. We will follow the MLA style guidelines listed here. One thing's important to note. MLA 8, the 8th and most recent edition of the style manual, notes that you really only need to include the city of publication if the book was published before 1900 or if the publisher has offices in more than one country. You can also include this publishing information if it will help the reader find the book if it is associated with an unfamiliar publisher located outside of North America. If you want, you can pause this video right now and try to work out the citation yourself. Did your citation turn out like this? Because this book was published in 2011 by Purdue University Press, we didn't have to include the city of publication. This is a great first pass at citation formulation. But remember, follow MLA style guidelines for citing various types of work, self-contained or otherwise. Consult the MLA style guide and other recommended resources. Very few people remember all the ins and outs of citation. Citation is grounded in knowing what tools to use for reference and where to go for help. If you run into any problems that can't be answered through recommended resources, reach out. Go to libchat at library.wlu.edu. This chat service is staffed by real people, librarians, and trained student staff. Or WNL students can email me, Emily Cook, directly for citation support. Happy citing!